Welcome back to another trade recap. Today it is January, the 13th of January. It is Tuesday, and I got $276 plus on my 2xpress and also $366 plus on my Alpha account. And I'll walk you guys through the trades I took and why I took them, and also my idea for the day. I posted my daily bias in my Discord, and I basically saw this as an AMD accumulation right here. And then we manipulate up, and then I wanted to see us trade lower below this. That was basically it. And yeah, we had Asia low right here. So I first took this pretty bad long, and why it was bad was because we did have SMT. Let's see. Yes, at this point in time. Okay, so yeah, ES had swept out. Whoops. ES had swept out all of the lows, however, it had not yet tapped this 1 hour gap that was unfilled, so we reversed just before that one. And NQ, my idea, even though ES was weaker, my NQ was that NQ also wanted to take out these lows. What kind of fucked me up was these relative equal highs up here. I thought we might not want to reverse or come down too much just because this strong liquidity was so nice. But yeah, we get this inverse right here in the 1 minute. Let's see. So first we come into this 1 hour Trinity block right here. Whoops, 1 hour Trinity block, tap it, previous day 10 AM here as well. Also 5 minutes for value gap, I think. Yeah, also a 5 minutes for value gap, and which we respected, created this very nice 5-min Trinity block, or no, 5-min rejection block actually. So what I entered off of was that we came down at 10 AM right here, we inverse this gap, we then barely touch that 5-min rejection block and get a very nice rejection out of it, and that is when I enter my trade once I see this very good rejection off of it. But we were so high up in the range, the delivery right here wasn't too good, and yeah, just a pretty bad trade overall. So I actually entered a short on my Alpha account. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna go into the 1 minute. Like, it was a very discretionary short. I just kind of knew we were going down, so it's not the best trade here. Since we break down lower below C of that 5 minute RB and stuff, and my draw is to the downside, I'm very certain that we're gonna go down. Then I see this big move up, or this big wick, which sweeps this liquidity, comes into a 2 minute rally gap right there. So I see I see that as manipulation, and that we're not gonna go above this high again. So basically, when we close here, when I see that we then next candle closes below this one, which creates a bearish Trinity block, that is when I enter basically. So like right there, stop loss at that high, and my take profit I had at these lows right there. So this is it isn't my usual trade. I probably should have gotten a better entry like right here. But it's like not the worst trade. It was very discretionary, like I said. But yeah, coming into this last trade, which was the best trade of the day, and why I faded this long right here. So we have this 4 hour bullish rally gap. We have just rebalanced this entire range. So here I want to look for longs. So what do I want to see to catch a long? I want to see some form of manipulation that shows that we're gonna reverse. And here we reverse right before CE and very bad displacement. So I viewed this as just manipulation up for us to then want to come down, sweep this low, and then get our distribution move. So I see this as a fake out basically, and we reverse just before this 5 minute gap right here, which also gives me even more confidence that we're gonna go up. We have a 15 minute unfilled right there. So basically all I'm doing here is waiting for us to come down and sweep this again, also because InQ was weaker at the time. So I thought that InQ was gonna sweep this with SMT, which is what happened. We sweep this with an SMT, we create a 5-minute rejection block, and even though this isn't like the best rejection block, it's quite a small rejection, and all that. Why I still had the confidence to enter on it was because this just tapped CE, and this body closes within this low, which is what you want to see basically. So this low is support, so we close below it, and I basically just got some slippage, or I didn't enter right at the candle close because I was switching time frames at the time, so I got a little bit worse entry. But yeah, I enter right here, and I enter right there, like right there, and then we get a very good displacement. I could have added more contract once we inverse this gap, honestly, but it would have messed up my entry pretty bad, so I didn't do it. Then I took my target one here, which was the unfilled 15-minute gap, this internal high, also through the open right here, previous day. Yeah, very nice zone to go TP1. And then I trailed SL to this low, and I actually manually took out this trade. I did have TP higher, like right here, but I manually took it out once I saw that we were rejecting previous day 10 AM so much. But this was the very nice trade, and why I did not take this entry was because the displacement was very bad, and we had not yet tapped C of this 4 hour. So here you can see that we get a very big move down first. This is basically what you want to see for manipulation. It's a fast and quick move down or up. Here it is down, quick move down, which then get a nice rejection off of, which is the difference between this move and this move. And that is why this move distributes up, and this move just kind of chops up and then goes and sweeps the low. So that was basically trade recap for today. 10 AM was also had not been touched too much yet. We had these relative equal highs. Draw was very, very clearly higher right here. Could have honestly targeted more, but yeah, I just want to take my low-hanging fruit and be done for the day. Should have sized harder though. I only took 3 contracts. I was risking I had 10-point stops, so I was risking $60. I was down 130 on the day before this, but still risking $60 is way too little, and that's something I need to work on. But yeah, that was the trade recap for today.